We think that HŌM Flats starts to answer the question of what should workforce housing look like? You can be in West Michigan, you can be in Eastern Ohio, or you can be in Northern Florida. It's all the same conversation. Every jurisdiction, every employer, every resident in that sector is saying, why do I have to choose between galley kitchens, right, or getting a roommate? So we look at HŌM Flats as a mode of economic freedom. You have an option to live in a new place or a newer place with really great amenities, great service, with good design, all within proximity of your workplace. But that idea is to take the workforce that wants high quality housing at an affordable price point, and then go one step further and try to really wire that solution into the community. You had to kind of rewrite the rules a little bit.
Yeah, it's been interesting working with Vishal, being a West Michigan local guy who moved out east, wanted to come back home and saw a vision for workforce housing. And he had no product in place at all. It was sort of ground up, starting with one product and then micro adjustments as we worked through the other phases. It's just been really good working with him and his vision and the development of his team. And he had none of that when he started. So we got to see all of that from the bottom up. Being a workforce housing type home, they've obviously fit the residents with everything that they need. And I don't know of a single developer that we work with that's doing it like this. Yeah. They're just sticking with the typical models, and that's all good. But this is just a different product, and really did a good job bringing it out.
It took me some time to, even this project, the first phase of this project, to realize that, okay, this is a little bit different than what we've done before. I was in the mindset of, okay, it's another affordable housing project. Here's all the 10 things that we usually do. And it wasn't through a discussion of like, well, let's do these rooftop terraces. It's like, whoa, never really done a rooftop terrace before. Well, let's do an indoor dog park. And I had to spend time researching, well, how do you detail an indoor dog park? Because we've just never done one before.
Yeah, we kind of get into that. State agencies are so prescriptive on exactly what you have to provide. And you kind of get an autopilot, and that's what you do. And here we had an opportunity to think outside the box, and unfortunately had an owner that really wanted to push the bounds on everything. And I will say Magnus is giving Mishta a run for their money, continually asking for changes in the design guidelines to fit what the current market is looking for. And so that was always kind of nice to see somebody push back and make some adjustments in areas that we think the current market is looking for.
Or just to reevaluate what those standards are and why those standards are in place, because sometimes it's like, well, we don't know why this is a standard, or that's just how we've always done things.
So the core objective for Magnus Capital Partners is developing quality workforce housing. So for us, that means truly developing a project that everyone deserves to live at. And so HŌM Flats at 28 West plays into that initiative by being the first project, being our first developmental project for us, building a multifamily complex that caters to that need, for us finding that missing middle, people that work, our nurses, our teachers, our policemen, our firefighters, people that aren't making the 3 times the area median income. Maybe they're just graduating from school or just starting their career off, so they're making that starting level income. So they deserve to have a place that they love to come home to, that they feel welcome, secured, and for us, that's our biggest core objective.
I think that the largest thing that stands out for me is just the dedication to the residents at HŌM Flats, and just thinking about things a little bit differently than what other developers, other clients do. Really focusing on resident amenities, resident programs. And they kind of look at these projects as more of a stepping stone than just a destination point for residents.
There is a need for community. There always has been. And I think there's been a deficit in paying attention to that just very basic human need of connecting with other people, other humans. And none of the things that we're talking about here are, upper class issues or lower class issues. They're human issues. Living in good design, with good amenities for a decent price. These are just basic, equitable terms to live by.